Hi friends, today we are going to discuss about troubleshooting. So in this troubleshooting, we need to troubleshoot application and as well as database. So as a basis consultants, we need to focus on these two things, and we are going to, troubleshooting is nothing but whatever the issues, whatever the errors related to that particular application or database, or maybe sometimes we are going to get network issues, and as well as we are going to get some memory issues in the system. So these two things take care by OS team, and as a basis consultants we need to focus on application and as well as the database. And we know that how we are going to troubleshoot the application, how we are going to troubleshoot the database. Like, to troubleshoot the application, what are the application related issues we have to know first. So maybe the first reason is like, so for application we are having related to, in application we know that to connect the application we are using log and pad. By using log and pad we are connecting the application, and we are working in the SAP GUI log and pad. So first, to connect the application we are giving the PAS instance number, and then after we have ASCS, application server central instance. So this is the thing we need to take care of, these two things. And as well as in coming to database, we need to focus on database, and to check the path, what is the path to check this PAS instance? You remember, in this way, to check the application logs, like we need to go to the work directory. To check the database logs we need to go to the trace directory. So the path is like, to check the application logs, USR SAP application SID, and then after you have it like, you have your PAS instance, and then after you can have the work directory. If you are having the problem with ASCS instance, USR instance, USR SAP application SID, and then after you need to provide the ASCS instance, and then after you can find the work directory. So this is the path we are going to check the application PAS logs or maybe ASCS logs. And when it comes to database, the path is same like that, USR SAP, but instead of application we are going to enter the DB SID, and then after HDB instance, and then after, up to this if you observe, USR SAP SID instance, like if you want to go with the DB instance you need to enter the HDB after instance number. If you want to go to the particular PAS instance, you need to, after application SID you need to enter the PAS instance number. If you are going to go to the ASCS instance, you need to enter the ASCS, after you need to enter this instance number. So same like this you need to, up to this same HDB instance is common, but here you need to maintain, like enter the host name, and after this you can find the trace directory. And we have like what we are going to trace, what we are going to trace in like a PAS instance, and what we are going to trace in ASCS directory, like ASCS instance. So now we are going to see how we know, like we are getting the problem with the application by using SAP controlling commands. Already shown you SAP controlling commands, we are going to check the problems. So the path is like the -nr, and After this you need to enter the instance of application, and then after you need to enter the -, function, get process list. This is the command to check the application related issues. The same here, if you want to check the DB related issues, you need to enter the same path, but here you need to, before entering this command, you need to switch to DB SID. Same like here, first you need to switch to SU- application SID ADM user. So then only you are going to use this command. So for example, I am logging into, like I am switching to application SU-AP1 is my instance, AP1 ADM. I am checking the profiles which you are having. That means I am entering to profiles tab. Like here I will check what is my PAS instance number, what is my AS instance number. See here, this is my AS this is my ASCS instance number 02. This is my PAS instance number 0. Now what I am going to do, and now I am going to, for the test purpose, I am stopping the PAS instance. So this is the path, this is the command to stop the PAS. I am stopping the PAS. See here, I am giving the watch. Get process list. See here, everything is went gray. Now stopped, PAS instance is stopped. Now I am going back. So I am checking with whether it is working or not. So like I am creating the problem by stopping the PAS instance. Now what I am going to do, so how we are going to troubleshoot. So this is the command which we are going to execute first. So if your application is not starting, if your PAS instance is not working, if your ASCS instance is not working, so this is the path. Instead of you need to enter the relevant instance number here, and then after we can use the -nr 01 function, get process list. See here, SAP control -nr 01 is my PAS instance number. If the problem is associated with the PAS instance, I am checking. You just assume that this is happened before. So now I am able to see PAS instance is stopped. Now I got to know that like what is the problem with displace work is not working, dispatcher is went on green, IGS watchdog is not working. So for this, which path you are going to check? The path is like we need to go to the work directory. What is the work directory? This is the directory for PAS instance. Let me go to that path. I am just exiting in a clear way to show it to you. So and after that after this I am going to cd usr SAP ll. If you see here, so I am checking the application logs, right? I am going to the AP1, and then after we do have a PAS instance number. I am changing to PAS instance number, and then after we can have the work directory. See here, so these many things are there into the, these many things are associated with the primary application server. So if you have the problems related with the primary application server instance number 01, like the problem, it may be a dispatcher, ICM, internet communication manager, or maybe a RFC, remote function call, like any third party user is not going to log into the system, like dev underscore w0 w1 up to 19, like that. You have the work process. So if you have the problem with the relevant work process up to like 13, like that, if you are having, so you are going to troubleshoot that particular work process. And as well you have a gateway, and then after you have so many things in it. And this PS instance, what we are checking, we'll see one by one. The problem is with PS instance, it may be a RFC. First one is dispatcher, ICM, RFC. I'm writing one by one. Dispatcher, ICM, gateway, and then after RFC, and work processes, and the problem is associated with the displaced work as well. So these many issues related to the, particularly if you are facing the issues related to the dispatcher, like or maybe a displaced work, if you are facing the issues related with the ICM, internet communication manager, or gateway, or RFC, remote function call, or work process. So these many things we are going to check it in PA's work directory. And when it comes to what is having ASCS instance, mostly two things we have it in ASCS. One is message server and another one is NQ server. These two things we are going to check it in ASCS instance. Let me show you how we are going to troubleshoot. As of now we have come across this path, that is fine. Then how we are going to troubleshoot? We know that like every error is going to be displayed on at the end of the execution things. So now I am going to check with now I am checking dev underscore disp. I am just entering. After this, you see here you are getting the problem related to that particular PAS instance. That displaced work is clearly, it is showing shutdown completed, server stopped. So forcefully this PS instance is stopped, that is why it is not working. So now what we are, by seeing this message, what you are going to do, now we are going back and we need to start the PS instance. That's how we are going to troubleshoot the issue. So I am now I'm not going to stop, I am just going back. So I am just going back. I want to check with the ASCS instance as well. I am going to ASCS. So here we can find the same work directory, CD work directory, and then after you can find, like, see here dev underscore MS. This is related to message server, and then after you can have the NQ server as well. So you can check check dev underscore enq enq, like this you have check. So for example, I want to check message server, check with the message server, tail hyphen 10f see here these many execution things are it is showing. So what it is throwing error throwing like no response from client 127, like this it is showing. It is a very common, no need to worry about this. So let's see, let's go back and we need to up the application. So for this we need to go to the first we need to switch to the application, and then only we can, by using the SAP control command, we need to start the PS instance first. So if you try to connect the application, it is not going to. Let me try. I'm opening in my SAP GUI. See here, it is throwing error. Not reached, connection refused. Do you want to see detailed error? So this is the error because we are stopped the PS instance. That is why it is throwing error. It is not able to log into the system. If the system, like if the application users are, it's about lack of users are going to be work into the application. So you need to take care of. So before stopping anything, this is a very like dummy system, or it's a training system. So we can do anything like this. So this is the practice system we make, consider like that. And I am switching that after 81 ADM is my SID, and then after I am changing to CD Pro. This is the change directly to profiles, and you can click enter. What is my PS instance? 01 is my PS instance. SAP control -nr 01 function start. That's it. So you just watch clearly. SAP control -nr 01 function get process list, and then after we see. Already I just watched, I went to the green, now it is on yellow dispatcher. So it will take some time to start the. So after getting the error, so associated with the dispatcher is shut down. So this is how we are going to start the PS instance. This is how we are going to troubleshoot in real time. If you are facing the issues with the ICM, gateway, RFC, work process, displace work, so these many things are there. So as of now we have completed application related things. How we are going to check the application related, if the application is stopped, how we are going to troubleshoot, and as well as we need to discuss one more thing here. Let me complete this first. So now everything is went on green. So our PS instance is working fine. So now let me try with the application. It is opening or not. It is working fine. It is not throwing error. See. So now I can able to see the login information. Before that we don't get this information. So like this we need to work on the things, and then after, if you want to see whether the application is connected to database or not. Sometimes misconfiguration due to, so you need to recheck whether the application is connected to database or not. So by using this R3 trans -d is the T command to check the whether the DB is connected to application or not. So you need to get like this 0000 like giving the output. So this means it is connected to the database. There is no issue with the application. So that is like it is functioning correctly. For that we need to check it R3 trans -d. So and they may ask you like which path you are going to check the R3 trans like trans.logs in logs information. The path is like which path will check the trans logs. The path is USR SAP trans only. After that you have log. So this path we are going to check that logs information USR SAP trans log. So and then after we need to look into the database. For example, I'm going back to the database. Now we are done with the application side. Now I am switching to DB1 ADM is my. So this is the path. I am checking SAP control -nr 00 function get process list. Suppose one ticket is raised around about database is not working fine. So for that you got some screenshot on your mail. So for that first you need to go to this SAP control command. Before that you need to switch to the application database, and after that you need to enter this command, and then after you need to see what is happening. So everything is went on green. So everything is working as expected. Suppose the screenshot which you got on mail, so it is the problem is related to your name server. So it is showing instead of green, it is showing some yellow or gray. Particular name server is went on gray state. So for that you need to go to the particular path to check name server. So we are having so many things to check. See here. So we have daemon server, compile server, index server, name server, preprocessor, dispatcher, web dispatcher. So like everything is we need to check. So for that we need to go to the path is like same path cd usr sap db sid db1 is main, and then after you can find HDB instance, and then after see here you need to enter the server name cd. You need to switch to change the directory to server, and then after you can find the trace directory here cd trace, and then after see here these many .trc file like logs are there. So we need to check everything is representing on .trc. Suppose for example I am getting the problem with name server trc. So this is the path we have to check. It should be something number, like it should be start something like this. So it is giving some, if it is having any error things, it will show you error message. So by watching that error message you need to troubleshoot as per the recommendation. So this is how we are going to troubleshoot related to the database. Suppose I am checked with the error related to name server, like instead of name server you may got preprocessor related issues, and or maybe issues related to daemon server, compile server. So whatever it may be, so you are going to get what it is holding. So first one is name server name server .trc, and then after preprocessor, and then after you may have compile server, and then after you may have daemon server, and then after you have index server. So these many things we are going to check the log information, like we need to check the troubleshooting issues related to this particular database related. We need to go to this path. So as I told you, for as we are working on application, the path is like work, and as you are working on, if it is database, we need to trace the issue in the database. So it is related to trace. So, and after this, whatever the issues related with the particular logs, we need to use the same tail-10f command, and then after need to place the relevant log. So as of now, we have finished the application logs and as well as the database logs. And one more thing is there, like after this trace, you have, like you don't have the index server in the direct on this. So for that you need to go to the db-sid. That means you are having db-sid. This is the db. After this you have to enter this directory, cd db underscore db1, and after entering this you can get the index server information. This is the index server information. So if the problem is associated with the index server, you need to enter this command like this. So like this you have to troubleshoot if you got any error related things in this end of the execution lines. So you need to troubleshoot as per the things. So this is how we are going to troubleshoot the application related and as well as the database related things into the system. Mostly we are getting the issues related to like same like this when the instance is not started, and also we need to get some like swapping issues like related to memory, and as well as system related issues. Like for that we need to use some T codes onto the GUI login pad. If the GUI login pad is not working, we need to go to the, like we need to use the df-h, what is happening inside. So I'm just going back. So for memory kind of issues, you need to df-h, like if it is occupied everything, so how much memory used, so everything you need to go to this path df-h. So and after that you can check like issues related to that, it is overriding, like it is already full occupied memory. So these many things we are going to check, and as well as if you are having the issues related to particular work directory, particular work process, you are going to the, so work process related you are going to issues related to. So you need to visit the PAS instance number after the PSR SAP application SID PAS instance, and then after on the work directory you can find the particular related work process. And then after if you are having any RFC communication failures, so at that time you are going to visit the same work directory. If you are having the issues related to the message server or NQ server, like object locking is not working, message server is not working, so for that you need to visit this path. And also, as I said, your database is not connected to application, so database failures not reachable from SAP. For that time you are going to use this rthink trans-d, and sometimes we are going to get the issues related to some background jobs. So for that we need to troubleshoot in way like in voice level as well, by using some grep commands or some memory issues. It may stop the background job. And also we are going to get the issues related to host name issues, like we are not configuring the correct host name into the database. So these are like related to troubleshooting things. If you are having the problems related to issues related to errors related to the Linux, so you need to go to the Linux, and then after you need to use this relevant logs or commands. You need to go to these paths. You have to remember these paths are very important to troubleshoot. So to troubleshoot the applications, you need to remember the work path. To troubleshoot the database, you need to remember the path is trace. So for particular index server, here after trace we are having the so after this after trace after we are having dbsid for particularly index server errors. So these are the major paths to remember troubleshooting. Thank you. We'll meet in the next session.